George Eliot revealed spent time enjoying in the study of the Romantics and enjoyed reading Wordsworth, Byron, Shelley, Coleridge, and Southey. After 1839, Wordsworth was now her favorite poet. She writes, "I have been so influenced. I, I was. I have been so indulgent as to possess myself of Wordsworth at full length, and I thoroughly like much of the first three volumes. I never before met with so many of my own feelings expressed just as I would like them to be expressed." George Eliot was impressed by Wordsworth's philosophy and his respect for the common man. The main moving theme of the novel, Middlemarch, is the compromise which a man makes between the life which he desired and kind of life which the human situation allows. Dorothea is motivated by lofty ideals and aspirations. She desires to gain them through her marriage with Casaubon. But after she marries him, she soon discovers that he is not passionate to make Dorothea happy. She learns that Casaubon is no real scholar. Dorothea is frustrated and unhappy. She suffers from deep spiritual anguish. Still, she is loyal to her husband. She turns away from him when she discovers that he has insulted her in his will. She now turns to Will Ladislaw and marries him. It is certainly a climb down from her lofty idealism. With Will Ladislaw, she is able to enjoy whatever little happiness is possible. Marriage with Ladislaw is not meant to be the fulfillment of Dorothea's dreams. Her first marriage was a tragic mistake because her imaginary portrait of Casaubon as a modern Milton was an illusion. Her second marriage is an improvement on the first. Their love for each other comprises mutual sympathy, understanding, and respect. Casaubon chose Dorothea as she chose him. Both thought the other fit in their own mind. But Dorothea and Ladislaw respect one another for what they discern in one another. His nature is complementary to Dorothea. That is why their marriage is successful. Lisette is a scientist inspired by the lofty ideals of disinterested study and research, but the conditions of human life do not allow such high idealism. Middlemarch society does not appreciate such delicate desires. Lizette's intellectual gifts is useless in that cold atmosphere, and his marriage with Rosamond is a tragic mistake. She is the most effective torpedo. She paralyzes all Lizette's energies. He is entangled in money problems and gives up his desires and aspirations, living a life of popular physician, and at last dies early of diphtheria. A really a strong man such as Lisette is supposed to be might perhaps have made a better fight against the temptation and escaped that slavery to a pretty woman which seemed to have impressed George Eliot as the greatest danger to the other sex. But she never showed more power than in this painful history. The skill with which Lizette's gradual abandonment of his lofty aims is worked out without making him simply contemptible forces us to recognize the truthfulness of the conception. It is an inimitable study of such a fascination as the snake is supposed to exert upon the world. The slow, reluctant surrender step by step of the higher to the lower nature in consequence of weakness, which is at least perfectly intelligible.